So welcome back. Welcome to episode 43 of our No Man's Land series. We're still in March here. We still got a lot of work to do this spring. We got to get these fields cultivated, planted, all that stuff. From the last episode, maybe we could kind of do a quick little run over here. We'll cut through the trees and I'll show you. At the end of the last episode, we were planting this cotton field. So the only thing I kind of did off camera is I went through and I sprayed this field with our herbicide and then I rolled it. So this field is going to be pretty good until we get into April, which then we'll have to go through and fertilize it once more. But other than that, this field is good to go. It's grown with cotton. And yeah, it's just coming along nicely. And so for the rest of, probably this episode and maybe even a bit into next episode, potentially, depending on how much we can kind of get done, we're going to be we're going to be planting, seeding, cultivating, rolling. If we need to spray any more herbicide, we will. Otherwise, we'll be getting prepped to spray some fertilizer, all that stuff. So, what I thought I would do, for fun, is I thought I would buy us another piece of equipment. And so I got our big truck here. It's been sitting here running, and we're going to head up to the store and we're going to pick up another piece of equipment. It's not something that we need, right? It's definitely not. Well, I shouldn't say it's definitely not something we need. It's something that will be very, very helpful. And yeah, I guess the thumbnail kind of gives it away, but yeah, we got ourselves a new tractor. Uh, yeah, I just was looking through the store and I was kind of thinking about, the next bit, and when we go to do kind of our marathon harvest, to finish this series off, the one thing that definitely helps, especially during harvest, and it'll help us, is we always have a big tractor that's hooked to the big auger wagon, and then we have Blue, who's kicking around. He can be hooked onto a set of cultivators, but having this other tractor is going to help, be hooked to another set of cultivators, or having two guys going on rollers at the same time. All of it's going to really help. And this is one of my favorite tractors in the game, obviously, because it's pretty sweet. And I thought, you know what, we're getting to the end of this series. We might as well do it. We might as well grab another tractor. We've got the cash to sit here and do it. And why not, right? So here it is in all our glory. This is $500,000 of pretty sweetness, I would say. Let's fire this bad boy up. $500,000. $500,000. Which is pretty cool that we can just spend $500,000 now and it not really affect everything too much. The other reason I bought it is because I figured once we sell the clothes, selling the clothes basically pays for this tractor. So why not? It's usually pretty good right there. Okay, let's shut this thing down. Top back in the big rig here. We'll fold up our ramps. Get some straps on her. Alright, let's spin around here and head back. If I can spin around here. Let's go. Yeah, this thing's pretty sweet. And it'll help out so much. Plus, another thing too, I kind of want to pull the big planter with this because I watched a video in real life of someone pulling they had one of those DB 120 planters, 48 row planters, and it was being pulled with a 9RX tractor. So this might have to be the new Green Mile. I don't know. Pretty sweet though. Pretty sweet. But yeah, I figured we'd get this back. We'll get this guy offloaded, and then, like I said, we got a pile of work to do. We got to cultivate a bunch of fields. Having this tractor will help with that because we can have, one tractor going on cultivators, another big tractor pulling the planters, another big tractor pulling the rollers. And we also have that claws tractor that can pull another set of rollers or cultivators or whatever really needs to happen, planters and stuff. So having this extra large tractor is definitely going to help since we have huge implements. Plus, I'm just trying to rationalize spending money, you know what I mean? But it's fun. It's fun. I'm stoked that we've got like the sweetest equipment. So maybe let's park. Yeah, we'll put it right there. It'll be good for right now. Let's drop these ramps. Let's get this thing unstrapped. I'll hop out here. Yep, she looks pretty cool. Fire this engine up. And then I think what we might as well do... Let's spin around here. Try not to hit anything. But we're gonna probably need to... I think we're probably gonna need to hook this guy to a set of cultivators. So let's see if we can snake in here and grab this set. Okay. We'll take him up. We'll take him over to one of these bigger fields. Doesn't really matter at this point because we got, like I said, so much work to do as is. Maybe I'll just get him set up kind of on this, the smaller of this 15, 16, 17 sets of fields. And we'll just park him here for now. And gonna get this truck and stuff put away, parked, and then we'll go to town cultivating. So give me one sec here. I'm gonna get everything parked away, and then we'll hit the ground running. We got a lot of planting to do. All right, so we're back here. We got one of our helpers going on this field, cultivating this field with our fresh new tractor, which this thing looks pretty skookum, I must say. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tab over, we'll leave that guy there. I'm going to unhook the rollers from this guy just real quick. Actually, they can stay right there, which is going to be just fine. And I want to hook the cultivators, our other set of cultivators, onto blue here. And I'm going to go get the fields, the front fields done, I think. Because once I get those front fields done, I can take our smaller of the, like it's our actual seeding unit, not our planting unit. I can hook him to the green John Deere, our 6250R. And then I can get him going, possibly planting on those front fields. I gotta just make sure, I know I've said it a bunch before, like what we're gonna do on each of these fields, but I just want to make sure. I'm pretty sure those fields we were gonna keep as sunflowers. All of our, like, kind of well done rectangular fields we were going to do in oats. So we should have 3 fields of oats, 3 fields of oats, those 2 front fields for sunflowers for sure. This field to our left is obviously cotton. I just need to remember what I want to do in the big fields. So like our big 13 and 14 field, our big 2 big 15, 16, and 17 fields. Those ones that we're actually cultivating right now. I want to do corn. No, that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave sunflowers on the 13-14 field because we get about 100,000 liters of yield off that. We got 104 last year, or last harvest. So we'll leave that one as sunflowers, and then I think we do those other 2, like 15, 16, 17 fields, we'll do that in corn. I think that's going to be my plan that I'm going to stick with for now. But you know me. No, I'm pretty sure because that was like that was the plan that I wanted to do, that I originally thought of. Was like, leave these fields, these kind of smaller ones out here as sunflowers. We'll do one big sunflower field, which is kind of like our big newest field. And then yeah, I want to do 2 big fields in corn though, for sure. For sure. Yeah, let's set the cruise control on this so I don't have to be, there we go. But yeah, I'll get these fields cultivated. We got, we got Thomas on that other tractor cultivating, and then once I kind of get ahead on these 2 fields, we've got the green mile hooked up, and we can start planting. We can start planting our corn up there. I also went through, up at that other laydown, I've got some seed and fertilizer just sitting there, so that I can do like, just like little flybys if I have to, if that makes sense. I could just cruise by, refill, and keep going. So once I kind of get ahead here with cultivating, like I said, I'm going to hook that 6250R up to our old seeder, and get him going on some sunflowers out here, I think. I guess I could even hook him to the other planter. I kind of wanted to save that planter to work on some of the other fields. And then I can use the green mile for the really, really, really big fields. So once I get these two kind of little ones done, I'm going to then take blue over. Yeah, I'll take blue over to one of our big fields, just depending how everything works out. But I'm thinking blue will go over to the 13-14 big field that we're going to put as sunflowers. That's in the northwest side. Take blue up there with this set of cultivators and get Wyatt going on that field, and then I'll put Thomas on the other big field north of the one that he's doing right now, and then I can just kind of be chasing everybody with planters is kind of my plan. But kind of like everything, I'm not gonna super rush through this plant. I mean, we've got lots of time. We can sleep through a night if we got to. We still got March, the second part of March, that we can get all this stuff, get all our crops in the ground. And like I said, I'm not just going to really rush through it. I'll kind of be watching prices too. If by chance we get like a really good price on some clothing, like if clothing hits 10K per 1,000 liters, I haven't checked, but just by chance, if it does hit that 10K mark, I might even kind of take just like a slight little break from the plant. Or yeah, sorry, the plant. Oh, look at me just missing spots here. Chin wagon. I might take like a little bit from the plant just to kind of haul some clothes in, blah, blah, blah. Am I able to do this, or I think I got a snake like this. See, this is what happens when I start doing stuff and it's not Thomas and Wyatt doing it. Like this is just the result that you get. Just a rookie on the sticks. Whatever, we'll do one more little lap around this thing. One more ring around the rosy for old time's sake. But that's kind of my rough plan here over this next episode. It'll probably take us, yeah, like I said, I'm kind of just even deciding it right now. I think I'm going to kind of take 2 episodes here just to plant, just because I don't have a whole bunch of time, and I don't want to just sit and rush through it. I got some stuff that I got to do, so I don't want to rush through this plant. I want to go through. This is kind of like our last plant, you know. This is our last plant, so to be honest, like I kind of want to sit and do a whole bunch of this by hand and not really like use any of the workers too much, if that makes sense. Just because, this is going to be the last plant for our No Man's Land series, and yeah, for the longest time I did everything. We didn't have workers in the beginning. No one was around here, and I had to do everything. And I think it's only fitting that I kind of finish off doing quite a bit. I mean, the farm's pretty big for me to do everything by myself. Otherwise, it would take 4 episodes to get everything done. But yeah, I'm kind of enjoying just going through and being the last one to tend to some of these fields for this series. But yeah, I'll bring you guys back kind of just, periodically as I hit different points, as I get going on different stuff. And yeah, we'll get everything planted. Hey team, we are back here. Just getting kind of our far east field cultivated here. So yeah, I was kind of going through. I was thinking a little bit more. I got the front 2 fields cultivated and ready to go for sunflowers. I even grabbed one of the tractors. The Claws tractor is hooked up to our OG planter, the smaller of the two. It's still a big planter. It's just not the 48 row planter. Blah blah blah. So he's hooked up. He's ready to go over there. I just haven't started planting yet. I wanted to get this field cultivated because I want to plant oats. And one thing I kind of didn't think about, I just kind of forgot a little bit. I don't know why. I just assumed everything could be planted in March, but corn can't actually be planted until April. But our oats and sunflowers we can plant. So since we're going to do this field as oats, I wanted to get it kind of squared away and good to go, at least cultivated, so that we could start planting this, and I could get the seeder going. Once this is done, I'll be able to hook the smaller seeder, like I've already said a bunch of times, to the small John Deere tractor, get him over here, and we'll get some oats in the ground. And what else are we gonna do? I'll just set the cruise control on this. Once you get it going straight, it's pretty easy. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just waiting to cultivate our big field, like our other two big fields. So the 16, 15, 16, 17 fields, those are like our two, our kind of two that are stacked over there, two odd shaped stacked ones. Those are going to go corn, so we got to wait till next month to plant those. This one will be oats, one beside us is cotton. The other rectangle fields will be oats. Yep, I've decided on that. And yeah, so get these oat fields cultivated is kind of like my next steps here. So I've just been working on this field. And yeah, I got the other cultivator. It's out and around, actually. I had kind of started on the one field over there. Like I said, I wanted to get this field done just because it's going to take a little bit longer to plant this. Since that cedar that we have for the oats is only 6 meters wide. And I was like, I don't know. I didn't really think about if I wanted to go buy a new one. I don't really think it'll matter too much. I mean, I guess I could always go look in the store and see. Well, let's just set this guy. Here, I'll set this as a worker real quick here. And let's just go look in the store. I didn't even really think about this till right now. Like, what's a big seeder? So this one will just seed. This one seeds and fertilizes. Will this seed and fertilize? That just seeds. Just seeds. This is what we have. Yeah, like, I don't know. Maybe if one of these seeded and fertilized. I mean, I guess I could get this one. 15 meters wide. It's a little, yeah, like, I don't know. It's just another big honking thing kicking around that we don't really need. Because those other ones, where are they? Pretty sure this is what I got. Like, I mean, it seeds at 18 kilometers an hour. Can I even do this one at 18 kilometers an hour? Yeah, I guess I can. Uh, I don't know if it's worth it. They're not really that big of fields. I mean, this is kind of a big field, but I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll think about it, but I'm probably not going to worry about it. Yeah, probably not. Okay, let's hop over. Yeah, we might as well get this guy going again here. We can just go to the nearest waypoint. We can get this one going because we are going to do our sunflowers over here. So I'll get another guy. I'll get a guy going on this so that this can be done. I kind of started doing it myself, but yeah, someone else can finish it. We got this planter sitting here kind of ready to go. We have this planter sitting here ready to go, which I'm going to bring him around and I'm just probably going to save this, to be honest, for corn. Since these other fields are going to be just pretty easy to kind of manage, I started to cultivate this field up here. And then just kind of realized that we got to wait till the end of the month. Because like I said, I wasn't really paying attention. But if we look in our calendar here, the sunflowers we can do right now, the oats we can do right now, but our corn we got to wait till April, which is it's totally fine. It doesn't really matter at all. That is where we are at. So I'm going to actually hop out of this guy right now. Where's this John Deere tractor? Let's unpark him, fire him up. And I'm going to hook him to this other cedar over here. And do you think it's full of seed? Something tells me that it's not. It's half full, which is actually quite full. Because this thing is, it's got some big tanks on it. We're going to set this to oats. Close the cover on that bad boy. And we'll bring this guy over. And we can get some oats planted. So after we finish cultivating this field, we're going to dip on over to our other kind of rectangle fields closer to the farm. And we'll get those guys cultivated as well. And I'm not really sure exactly how far we'll get in everything today. I know this is going to take 2 episodes for us to get everything planted and rolled. Again, I'm just not really going too crazily fast on everything. But we might as well. Might as well set another worker on this. Get these oats in the ground. Let's just jump out. Let's just make sure this is going good. This has got weeds growing on it, so we're gonna have to spray this again. Did I ever even spray this one? I can't even remember. I can't even keep track of everything that I've everything that I've done anymore. But there, we'll get our oats going in that. There's nothing really we need to do with that tractor. Let's go back to this guy, and we can just kind of take over from here, and we'll keep doing this field ourselves. But yeah, I figured I'd bring you guys back in for a little bit here just to kind of see what we got going down. Getting excited. I was kind of thinking more too, like, I guess technically speaking, this isn't our last plant, because we're still going to do like our big kind of like marathon, our marathon harvest, which I still am not 100% sure how I'm going to do that or what I'm going to do for it. I think, well, I know that 5 harvests is too much. I was just talking out of the side of my mouth with that one for sure. 5 harvests, I don't think is going to be possible. Unless I played this game for like 20 hours. It's just not. But I think 2 to 3 is possible. I think 2 to 3 will be possible. Also, I don't know for sure. I don't want to say it to, like, just because it might not work out. But I do have a really good friend of mine, who also really loves this game. And I really wanted to show him the farm that we built. And he might be able to come give us a hand on that marathon harvest. So you guys would get to meet him. Really good guy. And yeah, he might be able to kind of give us a hand on our harvest because, you know, just like in the ultra marathons, I always have a crew with me. Usually I have a crew with me. Even though the crew is like it's usually 1 or 2 people, usually just one, but it's definitely nice having someone there to give you a hand. So, okay, I'm just gonna spin this around. Also, this tractor is awesome, which we already knew this tractor was awesome. You know, no one had to tell us that, but it is pretty awesome. I really like it. I guess okay. All right, let's do some thinking here right now. Let's do some thinking for that marathon harvest. Is it going to be worth? Is it going to be worth having that other bigger planter? Like if I was to get another planter or another seeder, but what are we even going to really harvest in that? That's another thing we got to figure out too. Is like, are we going to do kind of a mixed harvest for the marathon harvest? Like obviously we've got a mixed harvest right now, and then after we get all this pulled off, and I start the second part of that kind of stream or longer episode, what are we gonna plant on everything, right? Because I'm almost thinking, well, no, I'm just gonna keep. I was gonna say I almost was thinking maybe we don't do cotton because the harvester is just such a small. It's only 6 meters wide, you know. But now this cotton field, this has been a cotton field since it's been a cotton field. I think we just keep that with it right till the end. So we'll do cotton in this field. The rest of these, though, I think we'll definitely do some more sunflowers. Yeah, I think yeah maybe we'll just mix it up a little bit. We can kind of game time decision it as well, depending on because I'll sit and go through the months. Like I wonder if it's worth like if we get a harvest done, you know, say we're harvesting in October, we're getting a bunch of stuff off. Is it worth just planting some wheat again? Like doing wheat in like all the fields except for the cotton field, and then when we get through, we can just harvest that again. I don't really know. I'll plan it out though. I'll get everything figured for us, and we can go from there. Dang, that sucks that there's more weeds growing. I thought that we could just deal with all of that right after, like right in the fall when we harvested everything, spray for weeds, and it would be good to go. But apparently, apparently not. Okay, so this field's done. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's hold this up a little bit so we don't drag it across everything here. let's head over to these other fields. I am stoked for that for our final. I'm stoked for this for the finale of this series. It'll be pretty good. But more, I'm not really necessarily stoked for the finale because I love this farm and it's pretty awesome that we got to build such a cool farm. This is one of the coolest farms I ever built from scratch, to be honest. Um, the only reason I'm excited for it to end is because I know that that means FS25 is going to come out, and yeah, I'm just a nerd with this game, so. Okay, are we getting a good spot here? So yeah, FS25 coming out will kind of be. It's just gonna be so cool. So excited to see the features of the game. I've kind of watched some stuff online, seen what's new and what's coming, and it'll be pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, I got a worker. I'll set a worker on this so that there we go. Let's hop back over. Let's see how this guy's doing. Yeah, okay, so we still got 45% left in the tanks. So this stuff, this little seeder should be good for seed and fertilize to get us done through this. But I'm probably gonna have to run up to the shop and get more seed and fertilizer and stuff and have it sitting for this guy to keep doing the other oat fields. So I think I might just go do that off camera. Oh god, sometimes that happens. I don't know why that happens. But yeah, I think I'll do that just kind of off camera real quick so you guys don't got to see me run up there. And yeah, I'll bring you guys back in a little bit, maybe once these fields are a little bit farther along. Okay, folks, welcome back. I am just getting the last of the cultivating done on this field. We got Thomas is up in blue, and he's doing our kind of last big field up there, and then everything is cultivated. So we're progressing nicely through all of this. I still got the little seeder on the John Deere 6250R. He's over, still planting oats right now, and I got the weed sprayer pulled over there to to clean some of the weeds off. I really thought I had the weeds dealt with when I did it after harvest. I was really hoping. I'd never tried that before, to do it right after harvest, and I thought, this will be perfect. It'll work out real good. Jeez, am I gonna be able to hit this? Sometimes I set a worker just to get me going in a straight line. Oh, we just missed it a little bit. That's okay though. We can always just kind of hit it on the back part. There's a little piece in the corner there that I wanted to hit, but oh, one little sliver. Maybe two little slivers will pop through. One little sliver. That's brutal. Okay, no worries. But yeah, I thought I had the weeds kind of dealt with. Doing it right after harvest, right after harvest when it says the weeds growing, we got the lime down, we did what we needed to do, and I thought it'd be perfect. I can just kind of handle the weeds right then and there, but didn't seem to work out. So, like I said, I'm just getting the cultivating done, kind of on these fields. No, I think it'll just kind of mess up the pattern. I was thinking about trying to go up and trying to like help on that big field while I got a worker going, but I don't really know. I might just kind of mess up the pattern and all this stuff, blah blah blah. Let's hit this little spot here in the corner that got missed. But what I'm going to do after this is I'm going to pull this cultivator around. Let's fold him up. And we'll give it a quick pressure wash since we're not going to need it for a quick second here. And then what I'll end up doing is I'm going to take this green tractor up and hook it to a set of rollers, probably to the green set of rollers that's up on that other laydown yard. Or I guess actually, we're right here. Right? We could. Well, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter which ones we use. Got to go back over there anyway, so I might just use the ones that are over there and keep these ones over here for being over here. Let's grab this. Give her a nice little pressure wash. But then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get the rollers over there and kind of get set up so that I can roll those fields. I want to spray them for weeds before I roll, but I'm going to take this tractor over and at least get it set up. There's probably no sense pressure washing the tractor. It's just going to get super dirty again. but I want to get the roller set up so that I can do it right after I get the spraying done. And then once I got rollers and stuff set up over there, I'm gonna go jump into the claws tractor and start planting. I've kind of started planting the one front field with sunflowers, but yeah, I'm gonna really go get going on that one. What I also probably do towards the end of this episode is grab the Green Mile and take him over to our other field. We don't have anyone else to kind of help us out right now. Like we got Wyatt in the other John Deere, and then we got Thomas cultivating that big field right now. I guess I could always jump in the Green Mile and maybe go plant that field. Yeah, maybe I'll do that after. It doesn't really matter. Wyatt's gonna be done planting this field here soon, so he can always jump in the Green Mile and get started on that other field. And then we can just chase behind with rollers once we get done planting the front field with sunflowers, and at that point Thomas should be done cultivating and he can give us a hand doing everything else. So let's jump over to, yeah, this field's almost done. Let's jump over to this unit and just keep going here. And so I was thinking about it a little bit more as I'm working here. And I think for kind of our marathon harvest that we're going to do at the end of the series, I think I'm probably going to get some sort of a bigger set of seeders so that I can plant the grain. I think that's going to help. Just the more that I thought about it, even just kind of watching how long it takes with this little 6 meter implement. I mean, it's fine, but when we're kind of when we do like the marathon, it's going to be, we're going to want something that's faster, that they can just cover more surface area and just to help us out, help everything out. Plus, we got the equipment now to drag stuff like that around. And so I think that's what we're going to have to do. Now, there's that one set in the store right now that I can't remember. We looked. I know it goes at 18 kilometers an hour, but was it 12 meters wide? 12 or 15 meters wide? I can't remember exactly. It was quite wide. Probably as wide as this, so it'd be around that 16-meter-ish area. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look off camera to see if there are any other mods that can kind of help. I'm not necessarily trying to look for a mod that's something cheaper, but I'm just going to see what they have size-wise. I mean, we don't necessarily need something like that DB120, but if there was kind of something bigger, even if it costed a bit more money, it might be worth it. So I don't know. So I'll just kind of take a look and see what's potentially out there, what maybe we can use to help us out. As long as it can pull at a decent speed. So if it can pull at a decent speed and it's got a good size of tanks on it so that we're not having to stop and refill. I don't want to necessarily have some crazy unrealistic thing, but like a good set of tanks is pretty important. Just helps. It'll help with that bit of a marathon harvest that we're going to do. I don't want to speak too soon here, but I think I'm starting to get better driving around this set of rocks. As I say this, watch, I'm going to hit it right here. Am I hooked on it? No way. Oh my god. That's life telling you to go piss up a rope real quick. No way. I thought I was just nailing it. That's hilarious. Good god. Well, disregard that last statement. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove in court, right? And I think we'd be headed to the inside after that statement. All right, let's see if we can catch this little area here. Yeah, doing pretty good. Instantly gets hooked on a rock. Unbelievable. Okay, well, we were served a fresh slice of humble pie right there, and it tasted just as bitter as it always has. Good God. Yeah, that's funny though. That's funny. I did not think it was gonna hook. Good. Okay. Well, if you unsubscribe from me, I can't even blame you at this point. I mean, good God. I don't even know how I asked people to hit the sub button at that point. Maybe, how about this? If you feel bad for me and you're like, if this guy is trying to grow a YouTube channel the way he drives tractor, he's going to need all the help he can get. And maybe I'll get some pity subs from it just because I'm just so helpless. Okay, yeah, Wyatt will be done. He'll be done with that other cedar. And then maybe we can get him set up in the sprayer to spray that field. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll get him set up in that sprayer. He can finish spraying that field that he just did. And then honestly, he can roll the field. Yeah, we'll just put Wyatt on that field for the rest of the day. That can be his field. Actually, we're coming to the end here. I'm just going to kind of spin this unit around here. Spin this unit around. And then I'm gonna run over into that tractor and go talk to him real quick and get him set up. So I'm just gonna shut this guy down for a sec. Jump out of this. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Wyatt. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back real quick here. Actually, like I went over to talk to him. Honestly, he knows what he's doing better than I do, which is pretty apparent. But he said his tanks are kind of getting low for seed and fertilizer. So what he's going to do is he headed over to the other side of the farm past the sheep pastures there, and he said he's going to go try and burn up what's left in the last little bit in his tanks on those fields to get as far as he can. He figures he might be able to make it and get both of them done, but he's not too sure. But he's like, I'm just going to go get that done so we can park this unit, and then yeah, he's going to head back over. So basically, long story short, they don't need me to tell them to do anything. They already know exactly what needs to do, and I'm just, at this point, I'm just in the way, it feels like. But we'll just try to make it around these rocks and not crash, and yeah, hopefully they don't fire me from my own farm. But we're getting there. We're slowly getting through it. Like I said, I didn't really want to rush through this plant. A lot of times in the past, I just kind of rush this part of the year to get everything done, and I don't know, it's like when you got a lot of chores to do, you just want to like get them done. But I just decided to kind of take my time on this one. But one thing I forgot to tell everybody, which pending if you've been here since the early episodes, but the way that we met Thomas and Wyatt, the way that we actually came to know these guys is Thomas's sister, Sarah Bear, with an H. She was like the OG worker. She was the first person that came and helped us out when we had our first cotton harvest, and she was the first person that we ever hired on this farm. And she ran the cotton harvester, and that was back. And so if you weren't around in those episodes, maybe you didn't know that. But she was the OG helper, and Thomas was her brother. And Sarah Bear left to go to school. Now time has flown around here, and we didn't even realize it, but she is done school now, and well, she'll be done this fall. She's going to be writing like exams and stuff in the spring here, and then she had plans for the summer. I don't know. She's done school. She's going to go have a little bit of fun this summer, as you do. Can't harm her for that. But she said in the fall she wants to come back, and she needs to make a little bit of money. So she's going to be back this fall to help us out, which will be awesome. Because like I said, she was OG. She was the first person that ever helped us. And she can run the cotton harvester real good. So plus Freckles misses her, which is probably the most important thing. But yeah, she'll be back to help us out. So we'll have some decent people. We'll have, and if my buddy Connor can come give us a hand with that harvest as well, that means there'll be 5 of us around here. So we should be able to get quite a bit of work done. And yeah, it'll be good to have Sarah Bear back for the end of the series, which is pretty cool. And we're pretty proud of her for finishing school. So, all that being said, long stories that are long around here, we are almost done this field. And since Wyatt's over getting those other fields, trying to get the tanks run out of his planter that he's on, I'm probably just going to spin this guy around and just park him on the road kind of by the other field for now. And then I'm going to run back over and jump in that sprayer and get the weeds sprayed off that. And so that way, at least once he's done getting as far as he can with his unit, we can get him set up over there on the rollers. So I'm actually going to fold this thing up for now, just so it's not sitting out stretched. And I'll park this on the road, and yeah, go spray some weeds. We'll go spray some weeds. The only thing, though, is, am I going to be able to... We might just have to hoof it. I actually don't know what's left in these tanks either on this unit. Should be enough to get us through this field, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're good. Little spot got missed there, so we can't forget to do that. Okay. Yeah, get the weeds sprayed off this, and then... Honestly, I think what I might do is just keep going, and I'll go spray the weeds on that field that we just finished over there. Let's get this... Oh, never mind, we can't do that. We'll get this field done. We'll go get that field we just planted sprayed, and then yeah, then once Wyatt gets going, he can roll this field, he can roll that other field, and just kind of work his way back over to the main area. At that point, I'm hoping Thomas will be close to having that field cultivated, and I'm probably just going to get him set up on the Green Mile, and he can go plant our sunflowers. Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna have to do. But you know, I think what we should do then, yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll probably just end the episode, this episode here, because we'll still have a bit to do. We'll kind of get the last of everything completed in our next episode. You know, we'll get the rest of these fields rolled out, planted, all that stuff. What I might even do is just do a little bit off camera just to get us to the point of being in April so that we can plant the corn. But I'll kind of see what I have time for here. But yeah, I think we'll end the episode here. This is a good episode of getting all these fields set and ready to go. So thanks a bunch, like always, for watching. If you watched this far in the video, thank you so much if you've stuck with me this long in this series. I'm getting pretty excited to wrap this one up and start some new adventures in FS25. But I appreciate everyone who's liked, subscribed, commented, all that stuff on the videos. It truly does mean a lot. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Because you certainly don't have to, but it's always nice when people do. So thank you again so much for all the support. I'll see you guys on the next episode. We'll continue to get these fields done, and yeah, we'll get prepped for this next, our final massive harvest. Thanks, guys. See you on the next one.